Hello and welcome back to this session on the CIS controls. In this lesson we will continue on to CIS Control 7, Continuous Vulnerability Management, and the 7 safeguards within this control. Control 7 focuses on the ongoing identification, evaluation, remediation and reporting of vulnerabilities in systems and software. Organizations must continuously acquire, assess and take action on information regarding newly discovered vulnerabilities to minimize exposure to threats. This involves using vulnerability scanning tools, staying current with threat intelligence and patch releases, and ensuring that remediation efforts are tracked and verified. Why is this control important? 1. New vulnerabilities emerge daily across operating systems, applications, and network devices. 2. Attackers exploit known weaknesses that organizations fail to patch in time. 3. Continuous management ensures that vulnerabilities are identified and resolved promptly. 4. Reduces the attack surface and strengthens the organization's security posture. 5. Essential for monitoring regulatory compliance such as PCI DSS and HIPAA. 6. Supports risk-based prioritization, focusing efforts on the most critical threats. Effective vulnerability management is not just about scanning, it's about responding quickly and systematically to reduce risk. Let's start learning about each of the safeguards within Control 7. Safeguard 7.1. Establish and maintain a vulnerability management process. This comes under the Govern Security function and is within Implementation Group 1. This safeguard requires organizations to develop, document and regularly update a formal vulnerability management process. This process should define how vulnerabilities are identified, assessed, prioritized, and remediated across the organization's IT environment. The process should include 1. Regular scanning for vulnerabilities. 2. Prioritization based on risk and asset criticality. 3. Defined timelines for remediation. 4. Roles and responsibilities for responding to findings. 5. Ongoing monitoring and process improvement. Why is the safeguard important? A documented process ensures consistent, repeatable handling of vulnerabilities. It enables the organization to respond faster to known threats before attackers can exploit them. It reduces the attack surface by ensuring systems stay up to date and secure. It helps with compliance and audit readiness by showing accountability and tracking. And it ensures that remediation efforts are prioritized based on actual business risk. Without a formal vulnerability management process, organizations are more likely to overlook critical vulnerabilities or apply fixes inconsistently, leaving them open to preventable attacks. Possible tools to help include a vulnerability management policy. This defines the overarching rules and responsibilities for identifying, tracking, and remediating vulnerabilities. The link provided is from the CIS Security and is a vulnerability management policy template. A vulnerability management standard outlines step-by-step procedures for scanning, assessing, prioritizing, and fixing vulnerabilities. The link provided is a vulnerability management standard template from Monash. Safeguard 7.2. Establish and maintain a remediation process. This is under the Govern Security function and is within Implementation Group 1. The safeguard requires organizations to develop and implement a defined remediation process for addressing discovered vulnerabilities. Once vulnerabilities are identified, typically through scanning or threat intelligence, they must be evaluated, prioritized, and resolved within specified timeframes. The process should include risk-based prioritization, assignment of responsibility, defined remediation timelines, and tracking and verification of fixes. The goal is to ensure vulnerabilities are not just discovered, but actually fixed in a consistent and timely manner. Why is this important? 1. Reduces the risk of exploitation by ensuring timely resolution of known security issues. 2. Prevents the build-up of vulnerability backlogs that attackers can exploit. 3. Ensures accountability through tracking and reporting mechanisms. 4. Supports compliance efforts by demonstrating proactive security management. 5. Helps organizations focus on high-impact vulnerabilities based on business risk. Without a formal remediation process, vulnerabilities may go unaddressed or be fixed inconsistently, increasing the chance of a breach. Possible tools to help include a vulnerability management policy. This defines the overarching roles and responsibilities for identifying, tracking, and remediating vulnerabilities. A sample vulnerability management policy template is included in the link from CIS Security. A vulnerability management standard outlines step-by-step procedures for scanning, assessing, prioritizing, and fixing vulnerabilities. The link provided from Monash is a vulnerability management standard template. Safeguard 7.3, perform automated operating system patch management. Comes under the Protect Security function and is within Implementation Group 1. The safeguard requires organizations to automatically deploy security patches and updates for operating systems across all devices in the environment. Automation reduces human error, ensures consistency, and improves the speed of applying critical updates. The process should include scanning for missing patches, automatically scheduling or deploying updates, and verifying successful application of patches. Why is this important? 1. Unpatched operating systems are a top target for attackers and malware. 2. Manual patching is time-consuming, error-prone, and inconsistent. 3. Automation ensures faster response to critical vulnerabilities. 4. Supports compliance with security standards and regulations. 5. Reduces the attack surface and strengthens baseline system security. By automating patch management, organizations can significantly lower the risk of exploitation from known operating system vulnerabilities while ensuring systems stay secure and current. Possible tools to help include operating system native patch managers such as Windows Server Update Services or WSUS, Microsoft Intune, Windows Auto Patch. These automate patch delivery for Windows operating systems. Red Hat Satellite, Canonical Landscape, SUSE Manager. These manage Linux OS patches across enterprise environments. Cross-platform patch tools such as Automox, Ivanti Neurons, Manage Engine Patch Manager Plus. These patch Windows, macOS, and Linux from a unified console. And endpoint management platforms such as MECM, JamF Pro, BigFix can schedule, deploy, and monitor operating system updates across large fleets. Safeguard 7.4, perform automated application patch management. Comes under the Protect Security function and is within Implementation Group 1. The safeguard requires organizations to automate the deployment of security patches and updates for third-party and custom software applications. Just like operating systems, applications are vulnerable to exploitation if not regularly updated. Automating the patching process ensures that known vulnerabilities in applications are addressed promptly and consistently. The process should do the following. 1. Identify outdated or vulnerable applications. 2. Automate patch downloads and deployments. 3. Verify successful updates across systems. Why is this important? 1. Applications are common entry points for cyber attacks, especially those exposed to the internet. 2. Manual patching is often delayed or inconsistent, leading to prolonged exposure. 3. Automation reduces human error and ensures timely patch application. 4. Supports a proactive security posture by closing down vulnerabilities quickly. 5. Helps meet compliance and audit requirements for software security. By automating application patch management, organizations can reduce risk, improve efficiency, and maintain a strong security baseline across all systems. Possible tools to help include patch management platforms such as Ivanti Neurons, Automox, Manage Engine Patch Manager Plus. These automate patching for third-party apps like Chrome, Zoom, Adobe, Java, etc. Endpoint management solutions such as Microsoft Intune, BigFix, JamF Pro, VMware Workspace ONE. These help distribute and verify application updates across devices and operating system platforms. Software deployment tools such as PDQ Deploy, Chocolatey, Nanite Pro, MECM. These simplify application patching and deployment at scale. Vulnerability and patch tools such as Qualys, VMDR, Tenable.io, Rapid7, InsightVM. These detect application vulnerabilities and integrate with patching workflows. Cloud and Software as a Service or SaaS patch tools such as GFI LandGuard, Kaseya VSA, NinjaOne help automate patching for applications in hybrid and remote environments. Safeguard 7.5, perform automated vulnerability scans of internal enterprise assets. Comes under the Identify Security function and is within Implementation Group 2. The safeguard requires organizations to regularly perform automated vulnerability scans on internal enterprise assets, such as servers, workstations, and network devices. The goal is to identify known security weaknesses before attackers can exploit them. These scans should be scheduled consistently and configured to detect a broad range of vulnerabilities. Scans should 1. Be automated and scheduled at defined intervals, for example weekly or monthly. 2. Cover all internal non-public facing systems. 3. Integrate with vulnerability management and remediation workflows. And 4. Include asset discovery to detect newly added or unmanaged devices. An authenticated scan uses credentials on the system to perform an in-depth scan of software and configurations within that system and report on findings. It's used for in-depth internal assessments, especially when validating patch levels, configuration compliance, and software versions. An unauthenticated scan checks for open ports and can probe for the versions of services running on the discovered ports. This is used when simulating how an attacker would view your systems without credentials. Why is the safeguard important? 1. Internal systems are often assumed safe, but may still be vulnerable to insider threats or lateral movement by attackers. 2. Helps identify unpatched software, outdated configurations, and security misconfigurations. 3. Supports continuous visibility into the organization's internal risk posture. 4. Ensures faster response to emerging threats and vulnerabilities. And 5. Is a key part of maintaining defense in depth and regulatory compliance. Automated scans reduce manual effort and ensure that vulnerabilities are consistently detected and addressed across the enterprise. Possible tools to help include enterprise vulnerability scanners such as Tenable.sc or Tenable.io, Rapid7 Insight VM, Qualys VMDR, OpenVAS. These schedule internal scans, detect vulnerabilities, and prioritize findings. Agent-based scanning tools such as Tenable Agent, Qualys Cloud Agent, Tanium. These provide real-time vulnerability data from endpoints within the network. Network and asset discovery tools such as Nmap, Landsweeper, Run0, formerly Rumble, Fing. These identify internal devices that need to be scanned or monitored. Patch management tools with scanning features such as Ivanti, Automox, Manage Engine Patch Manager Plus. These combine patching and vulnerability detection for streamlined operations. Safeguard 7.6. Perform automated vulnerability scans of externally exposed enterprise assets. This comes under the Identify Security function and is within Implementation Group 2. The safeguard requires organizations to automate regular vulnerability scans on all externally facing assets, such as public websites, VPN gateways, email servers, and any internet accessible services. These scans mimic how external attackers view your systems, helping identify weaknesses before they are exploited. Scans should 1. Be conducted on a scheduled basis, for example weekly or monthly. 2. Focus on systems with internet exposure. 3. Detect known vulnerabilities, misconfigurations, or outdated software. 4. Feed into the organization's broader remediation and risk management process. Why this safeguard is important. 1. Externally exposed systems are the first targets for attackers and automated bots. 2. Unpatched or misconfigured public-facing services can lead to data breaches or ransomware attacks. 3. Continuous scanning helps maintain a strong security perimeter. 4. Supports regulatory compliance and third-party risk management. 5. Enhances visibility into your attack surface, even as new assets are deployed. By automating these scans, organizations ensure rapid detection and response to threats, reducing their exposure to internet-based attacks. Possible tools to help include cloud-based vulnerability scanners such as Qualys External Scanning, Tenable.io, Rapid7 Insight VM Cloud, Intruder.io. These scan internet-facing systems for known vulnerabilities. Attack Surface Management or ASM tools such as Randori, Palo Alto Cortex Expanse, Psycognito, BitSight. These continuously monitor and discover unknown or shadow IT assets. Security rating services such as Security Scorecard, UpGuard, Risk Recon. These assess and monitor external security posture from a third-party perspective. Web application scanners such as Acunet, Burp Suite Pro, Detectify, Invicti. These scan web applications for vulnerabilities like SQL injection, cross-site scripting, and misconfigurations. And open source tools such as OpenVAS, Nmap, Nikto, Zap, the OWASP-Z attack proxy. These perform manual or scripted external scans with proper setup and scheduling. Safeguard 7.7 Remediate Detected Vulnerabilities comes under the Respond security function and is within Implementation Group 2. The safeguard emphasizes the importance of actively fixing known vulnerabilities after they are discovered through scans, monitoring, or external intelligence. It ensures that detection leads to action, not just documentation. Remediation should be timely, tracked, and prioritized based on risk level, asset value, and exploitability. Steps include 1. Reviewing and prioritizing scan results. 2. Assigning remediation tasks. 3. Applying patches, reconfigurations, or mitigations. 4. Verifying that the vulnerabilities have been successfully addressed. Why is a safeguard important? 1. Detection alone doesn't reduce risk. Remediation is what stops attackers. 2. Delayed or ignored vulnerabilities are often exploited in real-world breaches. 3. Supports compliance with industry standards and regulatory frameworks. 4. It demonstrates a proactive security posture and improves audit readiness. 5. It helps maintain the integrity and availability of critical systems. Effective remediation closes the loop in your vulnerability management lifecycle, ensuring risks are actually reduced, not just reported. Possible tools to help include patch management systems such as Avanti, Automox, Manage Engine Patch Manager Plus, MECM. These automate the deployment of patches for operating systems and applications. Configuration management tools such as Ansible, Puppet, Chef, SaltStack. These enforce secure configurations and automatically remediate configuration drift. Vulnerability management tools such as Qualys VMDR, Tenable.io, Rapid7 Insight VM. These prioritize vulnerabilities and integrate remediation into workflows. Web application firewalls, or WAFs, such as Cloudflare, AWS WAF, Akamai Kona Site Defender. These mitigate specific vulnerabilities in web applications via filtering. Remediation and orchestration tools such as Palo Alto Cortex XSOAR, Swimlane, Demisto. These help automate remediation tasks based on detected vulnerabilities and security incidents. In this lesson, you have learnt the 7 safeguards included in CIS Control 7, Continuous Vulnerability Management, the implementation group of each safeguard, and the possible tools to use within each safeguard. In the next lesson, I'll take you into Control 8, Audit Log Management, including the recommended safeguards in this control, the implementation group of these safeguards, and some recommendations on tools that you may use to help in implementing the safeguards. I look forward to you joining me in the next lesson as we continue discovering the CIS controls. Thank you.